YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today I have the top 5 loadouts that are best for close range gunfights. The close range meta right now in Warzone is probably in the best spot that it ever has been. There are several guns to pick between and none of them are significantly better than the other. With that being said though, there are still some guns that stick out from the rest and are a lot of fun to use. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 loadouts that you guys need to be using for your close range gunfights. I'm not going to be ranking these in any specific order, so keep that in mind when we're going through the top 5. You guys are definitely going to want to stick around to the end because all 5 of these class setups are a lot of fun to use and are definitely very useful in Warzone Season 3 right now. If you guys do go on to enjoy today's video or find it useful, definitely drop a like down below. That is always greatly appreciated. And if you guys are new around here, I post a lot of content on Warzone and best class setups just like this, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely subscribe for some more. So without further ado guys, let's get right into this top 5. So coming in at our number 5 spot, we have the AS-Val. This Modern Warfare assault rifle plays a lot like an SMG and is definitely a fantastic close range weapon. The TTK on this gun is one of the quickest in the game right now, and it is a very mobile and easy to use gun. There is only one real issue with this Val, and that is that it can only have 30 round mags, so it's definitely not ideal for anything more than duos. So here's what you're going to want to use. For the barrel we have the VLK 200mm, for the laser we're using the TAC laser, for the underbarrel we have the Merc foregrip, for the ammo we have the 30 round mag, and finally for the rear grip we have the stippled grip tape. This AS-Val is definitely very slept on because a lot of people don't think about Modern Warfare guns anymore, but this thing is absolutely dominant from up close, so you're definitely going to want to use this class setup. If you're hitting all your bullets and you're hitting them in the head or the upper torso, they're going to down very quickly. So definitely be sure to give this one a go and don't sleep on it. So moving right along to our number 4 spot, we have the Cold War MP5. With the right attachments on this MP5, it is extremely dominant from up close, and there are very few weapons that can beat it. There's very minimal recoil with this MP5 loadout, and it's very easy to control. So overall, since the mobility is fantastic with this MP5, it is a great secondary and close range weapon to use. So this is what you're going to want to use on it. For the muzzle we have the Agency Suppressor, for the laser we have the Tiger Team Spotlight, for the stock we have the Raider stock, for the ammo we have the 50 round drum mag, and finally for the rear grip we have the Serpent grip. For an alternative muzzle, you can definitely throw in the sound suppressor because as of the mid-season 3 update, we saw a buff on it which actually helps with mobility. But with that new weapon tuning that came out with Season 3, this Cold War MP5 is really showing up, so I definitely recommend you give this setup a go. So moving on to our number 3 spot, we have the LC10. This LC10 gets the job done from close range gunfights with ease, and it's also very good for medium range gunfights as well. This setup barely has any recoil, and for the minimal amount, it is very easy to handle. This LC10 is very unique because of its dominance up close and because of how good it is at longer range gunfights. The mobility on this LC10 is also fantastic, so it's very easy to get around with very quickly. If you're hitting your opponents in the head or the upper torso, this LC10 is going to down them so quickly because the damage is fantastic with it. Something else that's fantastic about this LC10 is the fact that it's able to have 55 round mags, so it's perfect for trios and quads. This is obviously because you don't have to worry about reloading after shooting one enemy. So the class setup you're going to want to use. For the muzzle we have the Agency Suppressor, for the barrel we have the 11.9 reinforced heavy, for the laser we have the Target Designator, for the underbarrel we have the Field Agent grip, and finally for the ammo we have the 55 round mag. For those of you that don't have this gun leveled up, you can be using this variant that you see here on screen, which is the Poison Dart. This gun comes with a few of the attachments that you're going to want to use, so I definitely recommend if you have this to throw this variant on. So moving right along to our number 2 spot, we have the Gallo. This Gallo setup is one of the best very close range weapons you can possibly use in Warzone right now. Obviously because this is a shotgun, it isn't going to have a lot of range to it whatsoever, but at close range this thing is absolutely dominant. As long as you're hitting all your shots up close, there is almost no gun that is going to beat this thing. Yes, when you're using a weapon like this, you are giving up the ability to shoot from mid to longer range gunfights depending on the primary weapon you're using, but I can definitely assure you as long as you're hitting all your shots, you are going to kill someone so quickly up close. So yes, you can see this as some sort of sacrifice that you're going to be giving up during the game, but something I can definitely promise you is that this thing is so dominant up close and your opponents half of the time aren't even going to know what hit them. So you're definitely going to want to give this one a go. Here's the class setup you're going to want to use. For the muzzle we have the Agency Choke, for the barrel we have the 21.4 reinforced heavy, for the stock we have the wire stock on, for the ammo we have the 12 round tube, and then finally for the rear grip we have the speed tape. This is definitely going to be a class setup that you guys are going to want to use because overall this thing is a lot of fun and it's very good. So moving right along to our number 1 spot, we have the MAC 10. I'm sure many of you would have expected this MAC to be in the top 5, and obviously since this thing is so good up close and has a great TTK, I had to include included in this top 5. We've seen a couple nerfs on this MAC-10, and as we're coming to the end of Season 3, this thing is still very good, and it absolutely shreds your opponents from up close. The MAC is so good and kills very quickly because of its fire rate. It has one of the fastest fire rates in the game. This gives you a severe advantage over a lot of your opponents up close because a lot of guns can't compete with the MAC. So overall, the MAC still dominates in close range gunfights. So here's the class setup that you guys are going to want to rock with. For the muzzle, we have the Agency Suppressor. For the barrel, we have the 5.9 Task Force. For the stock, we have no stock on. For the ammo, we have the 53 round drum mag. And finally, for the rear grip, we have the drop shot wrap. An alternative stock that you're able to run that's still very good with this MAC would be the SAS Combat stock. And as always, if you have the MAC variant that has the thinner iron sights on it, I definitely recommend that you put that one on over the normal one because it's a lot easier to use and it's better overall. So yeah, there you have it. These are the top 5 close range weapons that I definitely think you guys should be using in Warzone right now. Definitely throw on a Krig, an AMAX, a RAM, a FAR as the primary weapon and use one of these as your secondary. So with all that, I definitely hope you guys enjoyed today's video or found it useful. And if you did, definitely drop a like down below. And if you're new around here, definitely subscribe for some more Warzone content and best class setups just like this. But with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching today and I will see you in the next one. Peace.